Welcome to Multiple Nerdgasm with your hosts, Matt, Luke, and Dan. Multiple Nerdgasm, your guide to all things nerdy.
I love it when I'm right. It happens a lot. Sometimes it takes me a while to find out I'm right.
You'll often claim you're right even if you're not, so you're happy a lot.
Sometimes Luke's right, but he's the last to know.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sometimes you find out later that he was right all along.
So remember Final Fantasy VII?
Oh, Christ. Yeah.
Remember they first announced it and I went, yep, it's coming to Xbox. And then there was the big thing, no, it's not.
Yep.
PlayStation exclusive.
The German Xbox account posted it by accident or something.
By accident, then they went, no, sorry, that's a mistake, not real. Well, the actual box art has come out and it is a PlayStation exclusive.
Oh.
Until 2021.
Oh, okay.
It's a timed exclusive. It's a long timed exclusive.
Yeah.
But it actually may work out better for Xbox users than PlayStation.
Oh, because we'll get more of it, I guess, at that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of getting like the episodes, we might get like the whole game in one go, which is a much better way to play it.
I doubt it. They're going to be like drip feeding that for years, aren't they?
Well, yeah, I think it's taken them like 3 years to do the first 10 minutes of the game or something.
Yeah, I mean, I did read that Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 has started development, and I just could think that's the fucking worst title for anything. Honestly, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. Come on.
I'm actually interested in this game. Are they going to have the part where you dress up as a woman?
Yeah, I wonder about that.
I have not played Final Fantasy games, but that
sounds amazing. And then he tries to rape you.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a weird sequence. Well, it wasn't a weird sequence when you were a little block character, but I feel like now that they're looking more realistic, it's going to be very strange. Like it was weird, but it was kind of like
well, hold on. When did Final Fantasy VII come out? You weren't a little block character back then.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, you were.
How old is this game?
It was 97, I think.
Yeah, it's a PlayStation
They were up
game.
to 7 already by then?
Yeah, it was like an original PlayStation game.
Clearly it wasn't the Final Fantasy then. Not even close.
4, 5, and 6 were on the Super Nintendo. So
yeah. And actually, it's all quite confusing because number 1 is number 3 and 3 is number 4. You got to really go into it and get an understanding.
Because we didn't get the first 3 in the West, I guess. So they just started at 1 with 3 or something weird like that. That's why.
So when Final Fantasy 3 was released here, it was just called Final Fantasy?
I think that
4
might have been the case.
I think
4 was Final Fantasy 3.
You know what? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Although Final Fantasy 3 is a great game.
They're all like independent games anyway. They don't have anything to do with each other. If it's a direct sequel, it'll be Final Fantasy 7 2 or something like that because...
Well, there's Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 10 2, then there's Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13 2, Final Fantasy 13 Lightning's Return or something.
What happened to 12?
12 was an online game.
Oh, right.
Or am I thinking, no, 11's online, 12 was a game. I honestly don't know. It's that confusing. I don't play the online ones.
Well, look, I enjoyed 7 quite a lot when I was a teenager. So,
well, I've played through half of it just recently when they re-released it on the Xbox.
Yeah, was it upgraded at all, or is it just as it was?
It's sort of a port of I think the PC version of it, but it does have like ×3 speed and stuff, so you can grind it a bit faster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So just to recap, gentlemen, because I have not played this game, just to be clear. There's a scene in this where the task is to seduce another character. So you, as a man, dress up as a woman, and then he rapes you.
He tries to.
He tries to.
Yeah.
How does he try to rape? He pins you down?
No, it's played for gags. Like he like leaps on the bed after you, tries to grab you, and like it's
sort of like he's jumping around, sort of looking at you
like
while you're
like Elmer Fudd when
room.
Bugs Bunny dresses up like a lady.
Yeah. It's played for laughs.
Yeah, I guess that stuff used to be funny. Probably wouldn't be funny now.
Also,
That's
I'm pretty sure he's a
pimp.
pimp.
Makes a comeback.
I'm pretty sure he's a pimp, isn't he? Or am I?
I think no, yeah. It's sort of he's a pimp, but I think he likes to test the wares.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this game? Like, what is the story of Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy. So that part of the game is actually quite weird because it's very different to the rest of the game.
Actually, can I say this is what I think the plot is, and this is like 20 years later, right? This is what I think the plot of that is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you start the game in Midgar, which is a city up on a big disc above the world. It's like a wealthy city, and because this is the stuff that happens, Cloud falls off the disc basically and ends up in the Undercity.
Cloud a person?
Yeah. And then
sort of,
and then you end up in the Undercity, and then for some reason you're down there with Aeris, and
Aeris,
you
Barrett.
Barrett's with you too, right? And you have to dress up as women because this guy who's a pimp runs the elevator back up to the city.
No, not at all. so there is Midgar as the city.
Yeah.
You do fall down into a church after attempting blowing up one of the reactors.
A church, just to be clear, a Christian church.
Don't know, just some church.
Okay,
probably not in that world.
Someone gets kidnapped. I think it's not Eris, it's the other girl.
Oh, Tifa.
Tifa gets kidnapped and taken away by the brothel owner. And you dress as a woman to infiltrate to get her back. Now, what I actually think happened, because this game is very different, a bit more happens there, and I think it's because it's earlier in the game, they spent more time on it.
This is not what I thought it was.
Do you know, I like how this conversation started because we were kind of wondering whether they would have you dress up as a woman for laughs, but actually the whole plot is played for laughs, and it's about this guy who fucking kidnaps a female friend of yours to force her to be a prostitute. I wonder if that hilarious sequence is going to be in this game.
Wow. It really is terrible, wasn't it?
I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting quite so much sex, consensual or otherwise.
I don't think there's any, to be honest.
There's none.
No. It's like I said, it's all played for laughs.
Okay. Yep. Sure. Sounds great. Can't wait to play it.
We have to wait.
2021.
It's a PlayStation exclusive, so you're going to have to wait a little bit.
Or never ever play it.
Yeah, maybe. You've been playing a game that I also played a bit of, I think. And I know that Lucas played, but we didn't really discuss this last week. Jedi Fallen Order.
Yep.
You finished it, Luke, I assume?
Oh, yeah. I liked the game. I still need to go back and just complete it 100%, though.
Okay. I played it a little bit.
I played it a
little bit. Not a fan?
Too. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not going out saying it's my game of the year or anything, but I enjoyed it.
Everybody's positive comments made me like, oh, yeah, I jumped in and I bought it. I thought this will be fun. And then I actually was trying to figure out if I could get a refund on it at first.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was like, I don't want to play this as desperately as I thought I did.
I did try and give you advice to wait till it's on sale.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
No one ever listens to my advice.
I think one day I will be home alone and I'll have nothing else to play, would have played everything, and I'll be in a Star Wars mood for some reason.
Sure.
And I'll put it on and I'll play it overnight and I'll be happy that I did. But until that day comes, I'm probably not going to put this back on.
It's the best Star Wars game we've had in a very long time.
That's not saying a lot.
The bar is not very high, unfortunately.
Definitely not.
But the one thing I did really enjoy about this game is, for the most part, there's no Luke Skywalker or Lando or anything thrown in there to try and, look at Star Wars. It is a story on its own.
True. Well, so far.
And I think...
Yeah. No, I think that's
for the most part, yep.
Wait,
and I think that's what they need to do more.
Obi-Wan's in it. I saw Obi-Wan. Didn't I?
I don't remember Obi-Wan being in it.
I'm not like in it, unless I'm thinking, what the fuck was I? He there's like a message from Obi-Wan or something. I don't know.
No,
maybe I
but
that.
No, I'm talking like there's no characters. It's not in your face. Like Battlefront 2, because when they said they're going to have a single player story, I was looking forward to that. And then they just force fed every character they could into it. You go, look, now you're fighting with Princess Leia.
Yeah.
No. Just hurry up and give me X-Wing.
Well, I just like I said, I've been playing the Outer Worlds, and I was just like, I can't believe I spent money on Jedi Fallen Over. I'm not even going to play it. So I was like, can you get a refund on the Xbox, and I'll just buy it later when it is cheaper? But no.
You can in Australia.
Really? Oh, anyway, it doesn't matter. I was just
doesn't matter. You gave it more of a try, and you had a bit of fun.
I might play it later. But The Outer Worlds is fucking excellent.
I'm on my second playthrough of that.
I need more time, guys. I need more time to play that.
Mm.
It's on my list, but it's time to play games. It's just not coming quick and easy. Although Luke and I did convince each other that it was both okay for us to buy Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey.
Oh, God.
So
that was a waste of money.
I had a bit of a play of it this week, Luke. Did you?
I played it for a few hours.
Wow. Luke gave up on a game after a few hours.
I played it for maybe 1 hour, Luke. But I'm going to go back into it and see what else is going on.
Okay, this is a game, normally you complain about tutorials and it's sort of like, stop holding my hand, let me get on with it.
Please tell me what to do.
I don't know what to do with this game.
Tell me how to play the game.
Like it goes, build a bed. Doesn't tell you how to build a bed or anything like that. Build it.
You got to find a mattress and pop on down to Fantastic Furniture and get yourself a frame.
I'm up to a mission where I have to go investigate a meteor that sit down. No idea where it is. No idea how to get there. Anytime I try and wander out of this space, it goes,
it just tells you
scary. You gotta go back.
Yeah. If you start to wander into places you haven't been before, you just start having fucking nightmares until you go back.
Huh.
Because
you don't know why.
You're a chimp, essentially, and you don't know anything. And so nothing makes sense. And you don't know where you are, and there's no such thing as a map. You just know what you know, and what you don't know is scary. It's really interesting, but fuck me. It asks a lot of you.
I like the idea of it, but I just wish it had have told me more how to play the game first.
I'm gonna go into a little bit more and see if I can get hooked. It's the kind of thing that I feel I could get hooked on if it sinks its claws into me, so we'll see.
And so do I. I actually think it could be a game that I could get lost in, but I don't know what I'm doing. And like, because there's the whole part where you go out, you learn, you unlock things, and then you meant to skip generations.
Yeah.
So you have all your babies in your area grow up, and then they take on the new abilities that you've learnt. But I think I did that too early. And
it is interesting for sure.
But I did it too early, and everyone sort of died, and I was sort of it was quite hard.
Man, I'm not even closely up to where you are.
I only had 2 baby apes.
the baby apes are pretty cute, though.
Yeah, they are.
They're adorable.
So you play as a like an ape, and then
you're a human ancestor.
You play as all of the apes.
You can switch between them.
Switch between.
All right, okay, and then you can populate generations, and then you get abilities as you evolve. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically you pass down kind of genetic knowledge.
Yeah, right.
So the more you learn, the more your offspring will know.
That's fucking interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how that works as a game, so I guess
it doesn't, really.
I mean, no, that's what we're struggling with.
I can see why you thought that would be fun. And now I'm thinking, well, that could be fun. But then also you say it's not fun. So,
but also, like, imagine, like, I mean, look, we all complain when games are on rails, right?
Yeah.
And there's like a set path for you to go. There's no path here. It is dense jungle. There's nothing. And you don't know where to go or where you've been. It just doesn't. It just
sounds like life, Dan.
It's exactly like life. If you were a chimp.
Jungle outside, and I don't know where to go. So I'm just going to stay here and talk to you guys.
That's right. Yeah.
So, I'll give that another try, because the achievements, I think once I work out how to play it, the achievements are actually quite easy. They're all about just...
Yeah, you say that.
You think evolving.
Yeah. Let's put a tab in this little segment right now and come back to this.
I've
Luke's
lost
played
the position.
A little more. Oh.
If you're just going to 13th in Australia.
Mate, if you're going to just whore achievements for a little while, I don't think this is the game to do it in.
Did you have to send them a terse email? What happened with your gamer score?
Oh, my gamer score. So I just let it go for ages and ages and ages. And I went,
I never let it go. I'll get away with it.
I went onto the forums and I went, hey, I'm having this issue as well. I know it was but still having it. And then an hour later it was fixed.
Oh, all right. Squeaky wheel.
So, yeah. And it wasn't like it was I was mean or anything. I'm just, hey, I'm having this issue as well.
I can't imagine you being mean on the fucking forums to people.
I've also
you fix this,
like,
you fucking piece of shit.
I gave some more information. I pointed out the fact that I unlocked some Xbox 360 achievements that weren't showing, whereas when I locked Xbox Ones, they were still showing. So I was trying to point out that, hey, maybe the issue.
Are you active on the Xbox forums, generally speaking?
No, I used to be years ago, but no, not so much. I am still one of their beta testers and stuff, so...
I'm basically what I'm fishing for is to find out where you hang out on the internet so that I can I can take a peek at what you get up to on the internet through the week.
It's trueachievements.com. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's really it. Or xboxachievements.com.
Xboxachievements.com.
True Achievements is the better one. I pay money for that site.
Really?
Yeah, I actually became a pro member, and I pay them money every year.
Every year? How much is it?
Oh, like $20 a year.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, it depends because they don't do it in Australian dollars, so I sort of fish around to work out which currency's cheaper.
But it all converts back to you paying in Australian dollars, right?
Well, no, I work out the conversion rate.
Okay.
So they'll have like it's $15.
Dan was like, all right, dropping it.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
It makes sense to me.
I don't have a dog in this race.
All right.
Yeah. I'll import my Xbox Live friends. I'll send you all invites.
Look, speaking of Xbox, is there any Xbox news this week?
There is some very big news. Big and black news.
Big black news. .com.
Talk us through it.
Do we have a big black news jingle?
I'm sure we probably have something along those lines that we shouldn't use.
Yes. At the Game Awards, they finally showed off what the new Xbox is going to look like.
Yes.
Some people are hating on it. I am loving it.
I think it looks nice. Cool.
But it's going to take up more room on my shelf because it's upright rather than horizontal.
It can also lay flat.
Oh, it can? Okay.
It can, yes.
It kind of looks like a little PC.
Yeah.
It does. It looks an awful lot like that.
Yes.
And pretty much because that's pretty much what they're heading to these days.
Well, yeah, but PCs, but with very specific hardware in them so that they can kind of don't have to worry about supporting 500 different video cards, I guess.
Which is why that's why I like console gaming. There's no, I have to put this in and then fiddle around with patches or stuff because it may not work, which I'm having issues with Rage 2 at the moment.
Oh, yeah?
Rage 2 is on the PC now. I try playing on my laptop and my laptop just goes, nah, not playing it. But then I jump on and I play Halo or something else and it's fine.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to have to go and look and try and find patches. That's my console. You just put it in and you play the game. So much easier.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely I'm just a console gamer at this point. So when is this coming out? Do we know?
Holiday 2020.
Right.
What is holiday? Christmas.
Next year.
So, it'll be Christmas. So they haven't even put it up for pre-order yet. I will be pre-ordering it because I need this X Series one. The Series X.
Yeah, I might do the same thing. So is this like a special edition one, Series X?
Well...
Or is this the name of the thing? I thought it was called, this is the Xbox Series X because they can't give it a fucking normal name.
Yeah, this is the Xbox Series X, but there's still the rumors there's going to be a cheaper version of it. So this will be like the Xbox One X version.
Series Y.
And there'll be the Xbox
Series
The
S.
rumors there's the Anaconda, which is the X Series X, and then there's the Lockhart one. The Lockhart one, which is pretty much, if you compare it to today, it's the Xbox One S discless version.
Is that what they're calling them?
No, that's the code name for them.
I was going to say, the fuck are they doing? All right, never mind.
I don't know. They come out with good names like Scorpio. I was looking forward to getting a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Now they've gone, nope. It's actually Xbox One X, but you can get the Scorpio edition. But
Xbox 360, Xbox One. Xbox One
Xbox
X,
Series
Xbox
X.
Like, I mean, whatever, but like, fuck me.
Yeah.
Compared to PlayStation.
And all because PlayStation was
2.
one number ahead of them. And
PlayStation 3,
compete.
PlayStation 4, and coming soon, PlayStation, wait for it, 5. Makes sense.
Phil Spencer did come out and say something about this, though. They do these names because it is sort of a bit different, but they know at the end of the day, people are just going to say Xbox.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It doesn't matter that much.
So just call it Xbox 2020. What version do you have? I have 2020.
Just call it Xbox. And then, I guess that'll be confusing for parents. Well, it already is confusing for parents, isn't it? Like, if you're a kid and you're like, I want the Xbox Series X, and you're like, mum's like, what the fuck is that?
Whereas, like, PlayStation's always going to be like PS4, PS5.
Do you want a PlayStation 4? No, I want a PlayStation 5. Tick, got it.
Yep.
Easy. Luke, you say you can use this on its side, and you can, but it's clearly sideways because the fucking Xbox logo is sideways when you put it on its side. It's going to bug the shit out of me.
Going to look sideways.
Well, maybe you can just pick that off and put it back on.
Pick it off. Pretty sure.
I actually like it being. I like it being upright.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, I do too. It's just going to take. It's just going to take up some space.
Yeah. This one is actually will fit on the stand that I have everything on, because the current one, you're not supposed to put the Xbox One vertically. You're not supposed to have it vertical, and it doesn't fit horizontally in the stand that I have it in because it would block the vents on the side. So it actually has to sit on the top. This one will fit nicely. Not that anyone gives a fuck about my fucking TV stand, but
I give a fuck, Matt. We give a fuck
man.
here. Yeah, this is a safe space.
The second this is, I think we should all just pre-order this.
Is this going to be backwards compatible with Xbox One games?
Yeah,
yes, if it is, I'll pre-order as well. You know what I mean?
Your controllers will even work on it.
Wow. Okay.
You don't have
doesn't
to
come with controllers. Better come with a fucking
accessories.
controller.
There's rumors that it may not.
Okay.
But that's all rumors. But it'll work with all the controllers and accessories you have. They're designing it to just be day one. You can pick it up, use it with everything you've got, including all of your old games.
I love this editorial that the author of this Verge article writes. The Xbox Series X design is good for the same reasons that Tesla Cybertruck design is good. I'm not entirely sure what he means by that. I think he just means they both look cool.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
No. Yeah. I mean, I assume it's going to be about $1,000. So
yeah. They're talking. People are talking about $600 US.
Oh, that's fine.
That's fine. Looking forward to being able to play some 4K shit now that I've got my 4K TV. I can actually watch the trailer for this in 4K, so that's nice.
Ooh. Yeah. I'm going to have to buy 2 of these.
La-dee-da.
Jenna's going to want one as well. So
I will have to buy 2 as well.
Well, either that or, you know what, my TV in here, where my Xbox is not 4K. But then I assume this is going to have additional advantages, not just going to show the same shit in 4K. This is going to actually be better. So
they're talking about not having loading screens.
What?
Well, I'm into that. So
yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I will be getting 2 as well because I need one in the computer room and one in the lounge room.
Matt, where are yours? One in the lounge room, one where?
Here in my office /studio.
Oh, in your little study. Yeah.
My bedroom.
Your bedroom's the basement, Luke.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Your bedroom's downstairs.
No, you're going to need one in the.
No, you're going to bring yours if you move in, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Both yours.
Oh, I'll move into the attic and I'll bring mine, and then we'll have 4. I took a class this week as part of my degree, where I learned some things about horror movies I never knew before.
Right.
Did you know that when the monster, right, is in the attic, it's a psychological monster,
right?
And when the monster, it's going to do psychological damage, and when the monster is in the basement, it's going to do you bodily damage.
Right.
I have to ask, is that an actual thing or is that
Apparently.
something that people have read into it?
Don't know. Well, I had to listen to an entire fucking lecture on how in Candyman, the character crawls into Candyman's ass and up his digestive tract and out his mouth. Which, I mean, to be fair, there is a scene where she comes out of a hole in a wall and there's a graffiti, of Candyman. and his mouth is the hole. But
what does the director have any input on this?
What is it? What does it
love to get in
represent?
touch.
I guess, or is it just represents her crawling up and out of his ass and out of his mouth? Is that all it represents? Is there more to it than that?
Reverse digestion.
Okay.
A lot about
what does that mean, though?
I'm not entirely sure.
I'm convinced that people just makes shit up to sound more intelligent.
If it was a David Lynch film and not just Candyman, which I love Candyman.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
if it was David Lynch, I'd be like, you know what, he probably did think that.
Yeah, exactly. There's some people that definitely would have. Yeah,
and then he also filmed someone sweeping the floor for 20 minutes and put that in the fucking TV show too. So.
And look, maybe he did. Maybe the director intended this. I don't know. We also studied a film. I can't remember which one, but it was a queer film. And in the end, the guy came out and then a rainbow appears in the sky behind him. And that's quite a poignant and poetic moment in the film. But you can't tell me they planned that. You can't tell me that they planned for a rainbow to come out in the sky behind him at the exact moment. You can't do it. But I got my first assignment back this week. Did okay. And but the comment was, a lot of facts which sometimes get in the way of your interpretation, which I find hilarious.
So don't worry about
crap on. Yeah, we don't care what the director intended. We want to know what you think he might have intended but didn't.
Wow.
So if you just write that, you can't fail.
I guess not.
A lot of facts that get in the way of your interpretation. I mean, I kind of get it, but yeah. It's not arty enough, is what they're saying.
Not arty enough. Yeah. Read into it more.
I know people do this with Star Wars a lot. Like, there are people, I can't even reproduce one of these things, but people go into like that Star Wars ring theory and all that kind of stuff. No, George Lucas was not thinking about that shit.
Yeah, no.
I promise you.
Yeah. It's when people talk about numerology in films. Nope.
Star Wars is very political, especially the prequels, but it's not some fucking like existential arty thing. He was not. I don't think George Lucas was writing on that level in Star Wars. Also, Candyman, probably not.
Probably not. It's fucking Candyman.
Candyman is a very political movie as well about racism.
Yeah, from a racial point of view, definitely.
Yeah. And it's probably not any weirder than that as far as reverse digestion. Yeah.
Is reverse digestion the name of this podcast?
I think it might be. Yeah.
Look, I mean, George Lucas now says that Star Wars, the original Star Wars, was a metaphor for the Vietnam War, and the rebels are the Viet Cong, and the Empire is America. And I don't even believe that. And maybe now, in hindsight, he's like retrofitted that on. But I don't believe. I believe back in the day, he was like, "Who will the bad guys be?"
Yes,
Darth Vader.
He was watching Flash Gordon, and he wrote down what Flash Gordon was, and then he just made it again.
Then he made that. Then he showed some of his friends, and Brian De Palma was like, "This is a bit shit. It could be better." And Steven Spielberg said, "I'll give you some ideas," and then it was good.
Star Wars was born.
One thing he said in the commentary for American Graffiti is he doesn't like writing movies. He's not good at it, and that's one thing I agree with.
Yeah, that's true. That's true for the most part. You know what I just realized just now before we started recording, because obviously we're thinking about Star Wars this week.
4 more sleeps.
Sorry, Craig. We're thinking about Star Wars because Star Wars Episode 9 is released this week.
Yeah, when we next speak, when we next have a show, we'll have seen it.
Absolutely will. And
you might not. It
occurred to me, because I'm not going to be on the show.
No, because you weren't going to go and see it. You were going to wait.
I wasn't going to, and then somebody went ahead and purchased tickets for me against my will.
Like you could actually wait.
Good.
I was going to wait, but I'm glad I'm not having to wait now. But it just occurred to me that I saw the first Star Wars 35 years ago this year.
Huh.
Because I saw it
figure that out
when I was 4. So
I remember the first time, I think we talked about this. First time I saw Star Wars, I taped it off the TV the night before. I didn't want to go to school because I started watching it in the morning. And I got up to the bit
that was a mistake.
Yeah, I got up to the kind of, I think where he meets Obi-Wan. And my mum was like, gotta go to school. And I was like, fuck off.
Yeah, I need to know what happens.
See, I started with Return of the Jedi.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, right.
That was my first. Because remember, I'm also a year younger than you guys.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Just throwing that in. But I remember...
that still means all 3 movies were still out by the time you watched any of them.
But that was the one I remember very vivid. They were advertising a lot because it was going to be on television for the first time.
Mm.
And I remember that ad, and I remember wanting to watch it, and then my parents recording it, and then me sneaking up and hiding behind my dad's chair and watching it on television.
I did that with Ghostbusters. Literally hid and watched it because I wasn't allowed to stay up.
And that's what brought on my love of Star Wars. And then I annoyed my parents for a very long time going, I want to see the first one.
Oh, the one that didn't exist yet.
Yeah, and then they went and found, this is episode 4. That's not it.
And then Luke was like, can you not count?
Yeah, what, episode 1?
And then, your parents called George Lucas, and that's how the prequels happened.
Yep.
My son needs the first one.
I'm sure that annoyed a lot of parents.
The fact that it was episode 1.
The fact that there was like episode 4, 5, and 6. I'm sure there are a lot of kids out there like me wanting to go, I want to see the first ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Because
can't just have been me.
Because they don't understand the what he was going for.
Because kids are stupid.
Well, the Fox told him at the time, like, you're going to confuse everybody. And he was like, I don't care. And then, they made him take the episode thing off. This is his version of events anyway. They made him take the episode thing off, and then he put it back later when it was so successful. Because he was like, see?
Yeah, well, I think... Anyway.
He's rich. He's okay.
Yeah. So episode 9, the Skywalker saga, evidently. J.J. Abrams came out this week and said, I'm shit at writing endings. So
that makes me feel great.
Yeah. Well, he didn't write this, did he? And someone else wrote it, and he's just directed it, so that might be all right.
Yeah. Okay.
I think.
Well, his exact quote is this: "I've never been great at endings. I don't actually think I'm good at anything, but I do know how to begin a story. Ending is a tough one."
I think, isn't this written by somebody who was involved with Batman versus Superman or something like that?
Oh, Christ.
It might have been, actually.
I feel like that's true, but I don't remember exactly.
Because it was originally going to be done by Colin Trevorrow, right? And then Kathleen Kennedy was like, fuck off.
Well, there was an article about
J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio and Derek Colony and Colin Trevorrow and... Yeah, I go, great. This is one of those ones where there's like 30 people.
Oh, Justice
League is Argo, Batman v Superman, Justice League.
Yeah, okay.
Argo was great. If he wrote that,
Argo was great. Yeah. How do you go from Argo to Batman v Superman?
And you know what's his next project? Justice League Part 2.
I don't think that's happening.
We'll see.
Well, Batman v Superman was supposed to be a big deal, so I can see why you would go from, if you did Argo and they're like, do you want to do Batman vs Superman? Oh, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But,
well, the other writer, Derek Connolly, is famous for Jurassic World and Detective Pikachu. So, I really love movies written by like 10 people.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, speaking of Colin Trevorrow, there was an article this week, Kathleen Kennedy talking about why he got dropped from episode 9. Apparently,
because he wouldn't write the movie the way she wanted.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to. He handed a script in, and they were like, "Oh, no, that's no."
This is the thing I still find so confusing, that there was not a script and everything storyboarded out before they even started the first one.
I agree. I think that is odd.
Yeah.
Like, because when they knew they were making a trilogy, you think that they would have had the whole storyline worked out.
Yeah, if they were so hands-on with it, why did they leave it up to... This is like one of the clients I have that's like, I don't know what I want, but you just do what you think, and I'll tell you that it's not what I want, and I'll keep doing that until I accidentally stumble on something I do like.
Yeah. Yeah, it just always confused me. That's very, very easy to confuse me.
Well, a bunch of people come out. Actually, the stars of Star Wars have been kind of in the news quite a lot, and I don't think for the reasons Disney would like them to be in the news.
No, definitely not.
There's been talk about how they've been, I guess, manufacturing viral news stories, like this story about the missing script being on eBay and all that kind of stuff. Now everyone's thinking that was a fake story to drum up interest in this film that apparently not as many people are interested in as they would like. And then now John Boyega's come out and said, Last Jedi wasn't real great, was it? And he's coming and not only that, he's said a few things this week that have got him in trouble, and he's had to apologize. He said
he had to apologize.
He said he and Mark Hamill were whinging about The Last Jedi the whole time, basically. And then,
which I can completely.
I
believe that
from his perspective, right? His character kind of went nowhere. Let's be honest. So if I was
a waste
John
of his
Boyega,
time.
and looked at The Force Awakens and what kind of the potential for his character, like a former stormtrooper, and then he just never went anywhere. So
nothing to do with anything.
I'd be a little disappointed too.
Well, he was disappointed. In fact, what he says was, Force Awakens was the beginning of something really solid. Last Jedi, if I'm being honest, bit iffy for me. I mean,
you know what? I think it might have been better if Rian Johnson was doing this one.
Oh, for Christ's sake. You watched Knives Out today and now you're back on the fucking Ryan Johnson bandwagon?
No, hear me out. Because you look,
Matt,
what
can you
Rian
mute his
Johnson
channel,
did
please?
was just... what Rian Johnson did was just shut down so many stories.
Yeah, he's good at endings.
Progressing them. Just have him at the end.
Fucking hell.
He's right, though. JJ is good at setting up a lot of stuff he doesn't know what to do with them. So he easily say, he used to be a stormtrooper. Max von Sydow's got something going on as well. What's the fucking past for this girl? Dunno. Who's Snoke?
Rian Johnson is very good at
someone else
ignoring all
out.
of it and being like,
Rian Johnson. Everybody dies, and now there's a slow chase.
Well, and because even J.J. Abrams this week said, I can't remember how he worded it. He was pretty careful, but he was throwing shade at The Last Jedi. Like, kind of everybody's had a bit of a go at The Last Jedi this week. And even I saw Elijah Wood on Twitter saying that it's a bad look for the current crop of Star Wars people to be like even subtly complaining about the previous film, and then he was getting yelled at too because they were like, oh, the black and female actors aren't allowed to complain about a film that they were in that they felt didn't live up to their expectations. And it was like,
oh my God,
no, I'm serious. And it was like, fuck me, all right, this is the world we live in. Yeah.
Wow. Well, John Boyega didn't stop there because someone asked him about the kind of the backlash and the bullying from fans who didn't like the movie. And he said, oh, look, you've just got to suck it up. I mean, anyone who gets like upset by that is just a weak person. And so everyone in the Kelly Marie Tran fucking camp got online and were like, the fuck did you just say?
Yeah.
Which...
He was talking about himself.
I'm sort of...
He said.
Yeah.
He meant he felt weak. Like, I mean...
Yeah, I don't think he was actually having a go at anyone.
I don't think he was either.
No, and I think, they've just twisted it.
But I think he should have...
What they went through was bullshit.
Yeah, but, absolutely.
But he copped it on the chin, and Kelly Marie Tran, like, deleted herself from the internet. Like, she was so upset.
I think she was copying it a lot more.
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
But that's what I think he should have kept in mind when somebody said to him, what about this online bullying? And he was just like, suck it up, princess.
But yeah, I could not imagine logging on every day and just having everyone saying, kill yourself.
Well, see, I feel like...
Yeah, eventually you just not log on.
Exactly, I would just ignore it. But, because fuck you, because I'm in Star Wars, so who gives a shit? But,
yeah, that would have been great if she'd owned that. If she'd just written, I'm in Star Wars, what do you do for a living? Comment below.
Yeah. So I guess, you know what, actually,
and then unfortunately,
I don't know how I would deal with it.
I'm going to be the one that's going to rape and murder you.
What?
That would be their response. I'm not saying
that's what Luke would say to me if I was in Star Wars.
Jesus Christ.
But unfortunately, like, even if she didn't try to play it, that would be the responses she would be getting.
From Luke.
Yeah. So, I swear that's what I would be saying.
Which I just
if she fucking tries to take it on the chin.
Mate, yeah, I'll give her something on the chin that she can take.
It was one of the things that I think John Boyega said when he referred back, like, he still stands by what he wrote in a Twitter last when it was going through.
Which was kill yourself, Kelly. You're a fucking shit character.
You may not like the movie, the characters, but the actors don't really have much of a say over that.
Yeah,
really
that's absolutely
absolutely.
Right?
It's fucking stupid to harass an actor.
If you should be telling anyone to kill himself, we should be all online telling fucking Rian Johnson to kill himself.
He did that too. Man, leave him alone.
Yeah, I agree. But don't let him make any more movies.
Well, apparently Knives Out is good. So that's good.
And actually, I didn't mind it. I couldn't, because I didn't know it was him until the end.
Didn't mind it. It's still not a glowing
Directed
review.
by Rian Johnson.
Oh, I didn't want to kill myself afterwards. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another quote for the poster. Didn't mind it.
I feel like a lot of it had been cut out, though.
Oh, really?
Why do you say that?
There were just characters in it that I thought
didn't go anywhere.
I have a feeling that their characters were probably more expanded upon, but yeah,
it's
just
Rian Johnson, mate. They probably weren't.
He was just subverting your expectations of what a character would be.
Yeah, because you thought it was going to be a decent film, and it wasn't.
Subverted. We laugh.
Has Disney told him he's not getting his trilogy yet?
I don't think so, but I'd be very surprised if he does at this point, because they're being so careful. Yeah.
Hand it over to me.
I mean, they made that
some great ideas.
documentary that was just 2 hours of Kathleen Kennedy sucking his dick. And, just talking about how he's the greatest thing to ever happen to Star Wars. And then this trash comes out, and then she's just never mentioned his name since. And he's she told me I was getting a trilogy. That was when your dick was in her mouth. It ain't in her mouth now.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, see, I think how Rise of Skywalker does is going to determine a lot.
Should we warn people? Are we going to do a spoiler episode next week?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
So, guys, I'm going to be in transit next week, so I'm not going to be able to record unless we do one earlier. What day are you all seeing this?
I'm seeing it Wednesday night.
I'm seeing it Thursday night.
I'm seeing it Thursday night, which is Matt's Wednesday morning, right? No, Matt's Thursday morning.
When do you fly out, on the Saturday or the Sunday? Because maybe we can do like a...
No, I fly out on Friday night, but then I'm up the North Coast on Saturday and then driving down the South Coast on Sunday. Now, I can take my stuff with me and try to get one in there. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be able to make something work.
Let's make something work.
Let's just never discuss Rise of Skywalker on this show.
That's right. Yeah.
Because that'll work.
Yeah.
Guys, well, we might as well keep on Star Wars for a bit. You guys been watching Mando?
I'm one behind because one came out last night or yesterday and I haven't seen it yet.
Yep. I just watched that one this afternoon.
Well, according to Disney rules, right, we can talk about episode 5 now. We just can't talk about the most recent one.
Yeah, they give a week. Okay. You're allowed.
All right, listeners. So just for the Mandalorian, we're following the Disney rules, so you get a week.
Mm-hmm. We're not following the nice rules that we set out.
Yeah, normally
they
Luke
gave everyone plenty of time.
2 weeks.
Yep,
but
not anymore.
So, how are you feeling about Mandalorian?
I'm still liking it. I think the last episode we're talking about 5. I don't think that was the strongest.
I agree.
I don't think it was the strongest either, but I also don't think it was the weakest.
No, because you didn't like 4. We discussed last
it's
week.
not that I didn't even like it. There was a lot of good stuff in it. I just thought it was a bit soft. Just a bit soft.
Fair enough. Okay. I thought 5, which is the one that's set on Tatooine. Spoilers, everybody.
It did not need to be set on Tatooine. I'll say that
right
now.
It didn't need them to bump into the fucking Tusken Raiders just to be like, hey, remember Tusken Raiders? Hey, remember Dewbacks? Hey, remember the bar?
Actually, I didn't mind the Tusken Raiders.
Remember the exact seat that Han Solo was sitting in that bar?
You want to see him come riding in on a dewback?
Fucking, it was just like...
You want to see a cantina that we know don't allow droids, that have droids... Now working in it.
Working there.
It was just overload of all that. Like, and then the whole episode was kind of pointless.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm going to guess that at the end there is that scene where the character, mysterious character stands over the woman who's been shot.
Yeah.
maybe that's going to come back at some point, because if it doesn't, there's no need to watch that episode.
I was going to say, it's fucking better. Why else would they show it?
Well,
that would be a weird decision.
I've thought that every episode so far, that's going to come back into it. So far, nothing has. Every episode's been very standalone. I thought the fucking droid bounty hunter from the first episode, I'm like, oh man, he's not going to be happy tomorrow when he's repaired himself and he comes back to fight. No, he's out. He's gone.
He's dead.
Yeah, every episode, you could almost just watch them in any order and it wouldn't matter that much, to be honest. Like, there's a few things that carry through, but not
probably his armor.
Which is okay. I think it's one of those kind of, again, a throwback to the kind of serial westerns, which is just, even if it's the same character, the mysterious man in black, here he is doing another adventure. And
that brings us on to the point where the Pedro, the guy who plays the Mandalorian, he's not there for much of it.
Yeah. Which is funny because I always think like it would have been an exciting role to get, but he's wearing the mask the whole time. But then I guess, the physicality of it's him. No, about 5 different guys play him.
One of the main ones is John Wayne's grandson or something.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. But
have we cancelled those people?
The woman who directed episode 4,
Bryce
Matt,
Dallas
you know
Howard.
her name. Yeah, you love her. She said she's never even met Pedro Pascal.
How do you
direct an entire episode and not meet the star?
Yeah, and it was in an interview, and when the interviewer said, "What do you mean? What was he doing?" She goes, "Oh, I think he was rehearsing some play." We just had one of them.
How is his name in the credits for that episode then? He wasn't even there.
Well, I guess he probably
does the voice.
He still does the voice for it.
Like, she didn't direct the fucking voice acting for the episode she directed?
Well, I guess not.
No, she probably wouldn't have.
Why? That seems odd to me.
Well, because
I guess I don't know how TV works. If you direct a TV show, you just show up on set, direct the actors, and then you're not involved after that? How does that work?
It probably depends.
It depends, yeah. I think in some cases you stay on until the end of your episode, and in some cases there's kind of like a series producer that basically takes what you've done and says, thanks, go home. And
because this might have been like she came in, filmed her stuff, and then they're not recording the voice for another month or so.
Yeah,
so she's off doing something else.
Does post-production for a TV show, like a TV series, all happen at once? Or does every director, or no, I guess maybe it's different for every show, but is there a case where every director would actually see the whole episode from pre to post-production, or no? They would just be involved in the shooting?
Unlikely.
Yeah, right.
Likely is that they will come on at some point in pre and do a bit of research and then have probably some input into the edit, but they probably won't be sitting in the edit room. There's probably a series.
But you also hear stories about like where directors go on to go, I'm going to film my thing, and then everyone just does what they normally do, and the director's just there along for it.
I do think about that sometimes. Like, some series the director is so important. Like Cary Fukunaga, who does the True Detective, right? Like that has got a singular voice all the way through, and I love it, and I'm so psyched for his Bond movie for the same reason. But then you've got something like Game of Thrones that each episode is just a different person coming in to direct. But the continuity is fine in that. It's not like there's a different voice each time. So what do they actually do? Just say, oh, I guess a close up here. Like,
yeah. Here's the handbook on how to shoot an episode of this show. Just follow it.
Yeah. Well, last week it was a chicken. This week
Kevin Smith went on and he's like done some of Supergirl and stuff.
Yeah.
And he basically says like he goes on and everyone just does what they do.
Yeah, right.
He will just say a couple of things, but for the most part,
and that's Kevin Smith. Like I would have thought you get
more.
Kevin Smith to come in and guest direct because you want that episode to be a little bit different. Yeah, exactly, Matt. Yeah. Like really sharp talky and like talking about blowjobs the entire time. And it's in black and white and one of them's a lesbian.
It's like Supergirl's like, I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Yeah, Supergirl flies off and fucking Clark Kent's there going, careful not to suck any dick on the way to fucking Krypton.
Well, he's
I don't know. I've never seen it. I don't know what happens in fucking Supergirl.
No, neither have I.
Probably not that.
Ally McBeal, I guess. Back to Ally McBeal. She's in it, right?
Wait,
is she?
Ally McBeal is in it?
Yeah.
I thought she stopped acting.
I think Callista Flockhart is in Supergirl as basically an Ally McBeal-like character.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I could be wrong. Hold on. Callista Flockhart.
She's still married to Harrison Ford?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her since she got married to Harrison Ford.
You reckon he keeps her hidden away?
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, without going into too much detail of research here, she is in Supergirl. But the two top asked questions are: does Callista Flockhart leave Supergirl? When does Callista Flockhart return to Supergirl?
Right.
So, why Callista Flockhart is badly missed on Supergirl? Callista Flockhart will return on the CW, but not to Supergirl. Yeah, who fucking knows? Callista Flockhart to return to Supergirl Season 3. I don't know.
Okay.
The internet doesn't
I don't know what season they're up to. So
neither.
There were some trailers this week that I would like to discuss with you guys.
Mm-hmm. Should we start at the top or the bottom?
You pick. You choose. Which one do you want to talk about first?
There's one that I've got literally nothing to say about, so we could start with that one.
Sure, get through it.
Which one's that?
Wonder Woman. Here's my review. Didn't make it through the trailer. Garbage.
Really?
Could not get to the end. DC just don't know how to make a fucking movie.
I'm also that there's a mistake in the story, and they're trying to make out, she gets rid of cameras, so that's why the world doesn't see her. She's running through a mall with people watching her.
Well, it's set in the 80s. Before there was cameras everywhere, and it's only set in the 80s that I can assume is because Captain Marvel was set in the 90s, and everyone liked that, sort of.
But the whole thing was like when Batman sort of came and got her, it's like it's time for you to come out because the only time you've been out was in the World War.
She's like, no, man, I had adventures, man. I had solid adventures.
In the 80s, I was running around everywhere and snorting coke.
I mean, to be fair, in the 80s, Batman was only a kid. We now know that because in 1981, he was about 7 years old. We've seen the Joker put fingers in his mouth. So that's the timeline. That is the current timeline. Yeah. That's probably why he doesn't remember. She's like, you're just too little.
I mean... And Chris Pine's back?
Yeah. I had a long lost love. Oh, I mean, I saw him quite a bit.
Yeah. Pop up every couple of decades.
Yeah, here's a picture of him. Yeah, that's fine. I saw him 20 years ago.
Like, I guess we don't know how he's back. The trailer didn't really explain that, but it does seem to I don't know.
I don't know how Kristen Wiig's going to go. I quite like Kristen Wiig.
I could take her or leave her, but she looks like the comic relief for this.
Well, yeah. Well, she's going to start off as sort of the sweet computer nerd, and then she has to turn into Cheetah. She
has to
kill a woman. Well, that's her character.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just don't know how well she'll go in the second half of the movie.
Well, I think. Yeah. I mean, I've seen her in Zoolander 2. Which she was quite funny in. And I've seen her in, maybe that's it.
I've seen her, she was good in Bridesmaids.
I haven't seen that.
God, don't watch it, Matt. You won't like it.
I've seen bits of the 2016 Ghostbusters that I fucking hated.
That no one was good in that.
All the clips of that. I've never even watched the whole film. The clips made me just feel
that's just
uncomfortable because it was just so cringy. But
then also... Speaking
because there wasn't a script.
No, I know.
The second one, this one, I don't think. The third one, from the trailer, I don't think looks that good either.
Ghostbusters Afterlife. Really?
Yeah. No.
Okay, well, that brings us to our second trailer for this week, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Like, I find it a bit weird that it's all set out that the kids are finding the equipment and stuff, and they don't know about ghosts when his grandfather was a Ghostbuster.
Yeah, but they got rid of all the ghosts. Presumably.
Yeah.
Once again, it was back in the 80s and no one remembers the 80s.
Yeah, Ghostbusters got rid of all the cameras.
But ghosts don't show up on camera, Matt.
Oh, that's true.
Like, I'm just going, if my grandfather was a Ghostbuster, I'm pretty sure someone would tell me.
Yeah, but they're strange.
Have you seen Ghostbusters 2?
Yes.
This at least looks better than that.
I was going to say, out of all of us, right? Oh, there's a family secret, and Luke's like, well, everybody would immediately know everything that's going on with their family. This is Luke saying this.
Well, I'll weigh in here. I think it's got potential. I'm a little annoyed that fucking Wolfhard, whatever his name is in literally every movie now. But whatever.
Also, every movie is just Stranger Things inspired.
Yeah,
now.
but that's what I mean, and it's fine because I love Stranger Things, and I love that they're doing more kind of like retro sci-fi ghosty movies. But you don't have to get the kid from Stranger Things. He's not even the best kid from Stranger Things.
No.
But anyway, I think this looks like the kind of kid adventure movie I would have loved in the 80s.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I don't think we're the target audience.
It doesn't matter. I'm on this ride. I want to see it.
I think it looks all right.
I'm now old enough that I don't mind kind of coming full circle again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The thing, this has a lot of...
Sorry. I'm acting like a child. Yes.
There's a lot of... everything's got a lot of nostalgia in it these days. This trailer's got a lot of stuff in it that's supposed to, I guess, signal to us Ghostbusters fans that this is, going to be like the old one. But there's a couple of things about it that I was kind of like, well, hang on, don't just throw that in there. Because people pointed out in the background of one of the scenes where they're running around their house, there's a bunch of books stacked, which is a throwback to Ghostbusters with the symmetrical book stacking, which was a little gag because they were in a fucking library. Not that ghosts stack books all the time.
Like they love stacking books.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is what they imply in that scene, but it was just a joke. Like
it was a fucking poltergeist. They fucking moved shit around, and he was in a library, so the shit that got moved was a book.
Yeah, and it was a funny little gag, and then symmetrical book stacking, and then they make a little joke about it. Like you don't have to make it a plot point. It was just
and in fact, Venkman mocks him and says, "This is 100% not a ghost thing."
Yeah,
like at the time. He makes fun of him for saying...
No human would stack books.
Symmetrical book stacking. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, Luke, the kids might not remember because it was before they were born, but what's his name? I can never remember his fucking name.
Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd remembers. And Paul Rudd, I assume, is the representative for people our age.
He's my elected representative.
Because when he sees that fucking trap and he's like, wow, cool replica.
Fucking Ghostbusters, man.
Yeah, he's like, I know the fucking Ghostbusters.
Do you know, I guess because of all this Ghostbusters talk, there's been a lot of stuff about, the previous Ghostbusters movie. The first
the previous movie, or the first Ghostbusters movie?
Well, there's two, right?
Well, there's three.
Ghostbusters. Which is there's two. The first one was just fucking lightning in a bottle, like phenomenal.
Yeah,
Like
the second one came too soon.
Well, the second one I found out has a pretty interesting story, and I really want to watch it again. And also, there's a lot of I guess cut stuff, and but I do from a filmmaking perspective. I'm interested in it because it got changed a lot as the production went on, and there's a lot of deleted scenes and stuff online that you can kind of see what they were like, what the plot originally was, and then halfway through it got completely changed, and they just cut out like massive amounts of scenes. ILM did completed special effects for storylines that were completely cut out of the film. There's a storyline where Louis Tully was trying to catch Slimer in the Ghostbusters.
Oh God, I'm glad they cut that.
And
Louis Tully and Slimer are not why Ghostbusters was good.
No, I know, but just the fact that ILM was so overworked, they had to bring in other like I guess lesser special effect companies to do the other special effects, and then they cut all the ILM special effects.
Wow.
So
okay, that's interesting.
Stuff like that.
The thing is, the reason Ghostbusters was good was because it was an absurd premise played for absolute truth, played with a straight face. Everyone was the straight man.
Yes.
Except for Louis Tully. And in the second one...
yeah, but he gets a pass.
In the second one, everyone's Louis Tully. Like, it's just everyone's fucking balls out comedy.
Yeah, I guess.
I think the second one, would have been better if it came out like a decade after.
Well, it was
2 decades.
I think that was the problem, though.
Making out.
I almost think it was too long afterwards. And people, because Ghostbusters came out, and then I think it was just long enough that everybody who made it kind of forgot how to make it. You know what I mean? And then they bought into the
and movies
idea of what
had kind of
Ghostbusters
changed
was.
A little bit, since then. Which is dangerous. You either do one straight away, and it's like Back to the Future 2 now, Back to the Future 3. Or you wait 40 years.
Because it reminds me of, I know everyone makes fun of J.J. Abrams a lot, but you know his TED Talk, J.J. Abrams' TED Talk, where he talks about how, and whether he executes this correctly or not, I think he's right, It's like, what is it about something that you love that makes you love it, and how do you capture that if you want to kind of do a sequel or a remake? You know, he talks about the nostalgia, and he shows that scene from Jaws where it's just the dad and the kid, and it's a great scene. And it's like, if you were gonna, that's the kind of thing that you should try and replicate if you wanted to capture the nostalgia of Jaws, not just like, oh, there's a shark.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, right.
That's the wrong thing. But everyone thinks it's the shark, but it's not the shark.
No, it's not. It's the fact that there's beautiful scenes like that where the kid is mimicking the movements of his father.
Yes.
And therefore that's that they've got this bond that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, remember, if that shark had been working, I don't think Jaws would have been a good movie.
That's true too. It would have been much more schlocky.
Yep.
Also, I watched
every third shot was a shot of the shark.
There was a YouTube video I watched just about Jurassic Park in general and why the Jurassic Park, the original, with its special effects, it holds up better than the new ones, and just why and just the way the shots are and all that kind of stuff. And it just really makes me respect, the younger Steven Spielberg.
Jurassic Park had 200 shots with a special effect in them, 200 out of the entire movie.
Yes.
And I think I was reading somewhere that David Fincher's The Social Network had 1,500 special effects in it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that's not a fucking science fiction movie. You know what I mean?
No, because they were having like the names on the doors.
Yeah.
They were just, we'll get
That's
it. That's
the thing. The fact that you can change everything in the computer now doesn't mean your movie's going to be any better. You can't rely on that.
The breath when they were outside talking was all fake to make it look cold. That was a bad effect in Social Network.
It was fucking awful. Yeah.
It's too much. Yeah. Too much of it.
Too much.
But yeah, older Spielberg movies, fucking amazing.
Yeah.
More recent stuff. Fuck off, Luke.
You're going to get fucking raped and buried in a shallow grave.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Is that what Luke said to Steven Spielberg?
Close Encounters is a terrible
movie.
Whoa. I hate that movie.
You are terrible movie. Wrong. You are wrong.
Yeah, you're incorrect on that one, I'm afraid.
I did force Jenna to watch Close Encounters.
It's a long movie.
Like it. Yeah.
And it's a slow movie. I'll give you that. But
I'm going to make a mountain out of potatoes. Ooh.
He made mountains out of much more than potatoes, Luke.
That's not the whole plot.
That wasn't his biggest nor his most...
a mountain out of potatoes.
That's all I can remember. That's what I'm going with.
It's not even the most impressive mountain he made, Luke.
No.
He made much bigger mountains.
I only remember that. That's the only scene I remember.
I've been to that mountain.
Have you? Not the potato mountain, Luke.
Potatoes.
Devil's Peak in Wisconsin. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
No, Wyoming. Sorry, Wyoming. Yeah, I've been there.
Devil's Peak.
It's beautiful. It's amazing. They're not really sure how it formed, but they think it's like
aliens, Matt. For Christ's sake, have you not been listening?
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
That's all for this week. Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoyed the show. If you enjoyed it, then please subscribe in iTunes to receive episodes automatically. We'll see you next time.